Hey guys, what's up? Scotch Duck here once again. Right, okay, call me crazy guys, but it wasn't that long ago since my last collection update, was it? It's just a few weeks, and I have quite a decent pile here to go over. So, I don't know, I was hit with a little bit of a sudden urge to do some retro gaming, you know? I don't know if I talked about it or even like implied it or whatever in the last collection update, but ever since Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth came out, I was in a bit of a rut with modern gaming. Not because like I was like, oh, modern gaming shite right now. I just was struggling to find something amidst all the new releases that I really just wanted to like sink my teeth into. And I sometimes forget it, but one thing I always do, always keep trying to remind myself that I should do when I'm in those sort of situations is go back to retro gaming and just replay a few classic games. And that's what I did, you know. I've been playing a lot of my Super Nintendo. I've been using the EverDrive that I got. I replayed like Chrono Trigger. I replayed like Secret of Mana. I replayed a few other games that I'll talk about. Yeah, it just made me want to go on eBay and spend a bunch on old shit. So without further ado, let's get into it. First one here is, I have to keep reminding myself what this is called. Super Swiv for the Super Nintendo. Now, this is actually known in America as Firepower 2000. I was browsing my EverDrive, which just has all the ROMs on it, you know. Someone send this to Nintendo, you know, this clip. But yeah, it's just got like every SNES ROM on it that I can play on the original hardware. And I came across like Firepower 2000, and I was like, I know that game, yeah, because I think it was in like a JonTron video a good while ago, and I just sort of popped on, started playing it for a little bit. It's like, no, this is a decent shooting game, and so I went on the internet, researched it a little bit, found out that it was called something else over here, and that it wasn't that expensive on eBay, so I got it. That's the story, okay? There's quite a few stories to tell here, by the way, with some of these games. Next up is, right, this is something that I've done before, right? Nintendo, okay, they release like new games on their like NSO bullshit service thing, right? And I'm just like, I just get ideas. Extreme G, yeah, this just came out on NSO. Apparently, it was like quite a decently reviewed game. Like I had no idea what it was before it came out on NSO, but yeah, it's like a racing game, motorbike game sort of thing. N64 exclusive. There was that other game that came out as well. That one's a bit more expensive on eBay, so I decided to leave that one. But yeah, just grab this one here, and all as well. So this one, I think I was watching some YouTuber talk about it. In fact, I've just seen what the next game on the pile is. I'll tell you exactly what that YouTuber was. I was marathoning Scott the Woz, okay? I just had him on the background as I was like doing random gaming. And I saw a video where he was talking about Mario Party. And I kind of thought to myself, how many Mario Parties do I actually own? Because there's like hundreds of them, you know what I mean? So I went through my room and I found out that the only Mario Parties that I own are Mario Party 9 and 10. I.e. the two everybody hates, basically, you know? I used to have Mario Party 8 back in the day, but I've never really dwelled too much in that franchise, okay? And I'm not like looking to like get all of them or whatever, because I know some of them are mighty expensive. But I saw like the first one here, I thought, it's worth just getting this one, you know? Even though I think it's one of the weaker ones too. And if I see some of the other ones cutting about for a decent price, I'll go for them too. Like I said, really don't have any like big connection to this franchise in general, but a lot of people love it. So not a bad shout to have, I'd say. So there you go. Right, and this purchase, this was also inspired by fucking Scott the Woz, okay? Because he was like, he was like saying, oh, this game's one of the best on the Switch. And I'm like, is it? Is it really? And you know what Scott's like? He's very, like, you know, well-spoken and very constructive with his opinions. And, you know, he fucking convinced me. There's Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So, I'm sure all of you know, this is a Wii U port of Super Mario 3D World. Except now they've made it look nicer. Now that it's brought over to the Switch. They actually added online co-op multiplayer, which for some bizarre reason was excluded in the Wii U version. And they added the Bowser's Fury like expansion, which I actually, just now, before I started recording this, 100%ed it. I've been playing that for the past couple of days. It's good shit. It's good shit. As for the game itself, honestly, I feel the exact same way about it as I did when it came out on the Wii U. You know, like, the popular thing to say about it when it came out back then, like, oh fuck, that was more than 10 years ago, holy shit. More than 10 years ago was that, why the fuck isn't this, like, more open, like, you know, older 3D Mario games, which they have since went back to. You know, that's what, like, Mario Odyssey is like now, and what Bowser's Fury is also like. So I guess it's a bit easier to look back on a game like this and judge it for what it is than what it isn't, which is how we were all kind of judging it at the time. But I don't know. Every time I go into a level in 3D World, I'm just like, okay, this is just like too big and too small at the same time, but both for the wrong reasons. Like, you could tell it was made for, like, the 4-player co-op, but the levels are also, like, so short. There's, like, 3 green stars and a stamp to collect, and that's it. And I don't know. I'm not very whelmed by 3D World. I'm just not. Bowser's Fury was really good, okay? If the next Mario game is like that, which everybody's speculating, you know, I'm for it. But, yeah. I want my money back, Scott. Anyway, there you go. Okay, next up. Alright, so, one little story, actually. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had this here. Yeah, I even brought out my little Bowser amiibo and dug this shit out so that I could, like, play Bowser's Fury, because it's got amiibo support. You basically scan the amiibo and Bowser goes into his little emo phase, which helps you with certain puzzles and whatnot, but yeah. One thing that I did within the past, like, week or so, I've talked about it before, but see the 3DS, right? Here's my new Nintendo 3DS XL. See whatever this thumb circle pad is made out of? It's bullshit. It's utter fucking bullshit, because it, like, over time it just got really sticky for me, and after a while it just started to, like, it fell apart. It literally, like, just turned to mush, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, Nintendo? And I ordered some, like, replacement circle pads, like, probably like 2 years ago or something, but I never had the balls to, like, sit down and open up my 3DS and replace it. Well, I decided, you know what, fuck it, let's give it a try. And I fucking did it. I felt so proud of myself, a bit too proud, quite frankly. But yeah, my 3DS is now fully working again. Really happy. This is an amazing system by Nintendo. I've yet to really sit down and play anything, but I saw this little bundle on eBay, and I just sort of went for it. Mainly because it was a 3DS, but also because it's a series that I'm trying my very best to force myself to get into. I'm not into it yet, but gosh darn it, one day I will sit down and I swear to God I will become a Monster Hunter fan. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this notion. Maybe because Monster Hunter was, like, directly inspired by, like, Phantasy Star Online, and I feel like, okay, Phantasy Star Online kind of sucks now, at least at the moment, but everybody loves Monster Hunter. Maybe I should, like, go over there and, like, start appreciating that, but it's just not happened yet. But yeah, I got Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, which I think I have this on the Wii and the Wii U, actually, so I'm probably not even gonna, like, play this version. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I think this is one of the better Monster Hunter games, and I guess this is like the, you know, I didn't even realize, is there, like, a regular version as opposed to Ultimate? I should probably know this, but I don't. And Monster Hunter Generations. I don't even know what this is. I just know it's more of a spin-off game. That's all. But yeah, I got me some Monster Hunter 3DS games. No bad. No bad. Hopefully one day I'll actually appreciate Monster Hunter. Anyway, next up we have, okay, so big story time for this one, guys, alright? Clock Tower 3. Now, a pal of mine works in this, I think it's like a care home or something, and this care home has, like, a donation box, and you can just put shit into it. And someone put in, like, a random PS2 game, and the staff were just like, here, you like games, you take it. And he was like, oh, okay. And he messages me, like, look, I just got a random PS2 game, lol. And he sends me a picture of this right here, Clock Tower 3. And I'm just like, mate, that game's worth like 60 quid or something on eBay. And sure enough, he went on eBay and he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, aye, good for you, man. Because he just he didn't realize what he got, you know? So I start saying, so what are you going to do with it? Are you going to sell it or something? And long story short, oh god, excuse me, sorry. Long story short, he sells it to me for a little bit more than he probably would have got it from CEX, who are a bunch of cunts, by the way, because they were going to like double the price of this based on what they were going to accept it for and what they were going to sell it for. But yeah, I had no big attachment to Clock Tower. I just knew this was a relatively rare PS2 game, so I was just like, I'll see if I can get it, and I did. But what I decided to do actually was, on my EverDrive for the SNES, I thought to myself, you know what, let's play the original Clock Tower, because I feel like that's a game that gets a lot of like, it's got quite a legacy. It's a cult classic, okay, to say the least. That's probably the best way to describe it. It is a cult classic. And I never played it. It's got one of the oldest like English fan translations there is. It gets a lot of like credit for starting like survival horror, just being an overall really scary game on the Super Nintendo. And I spent like an entire day playing it. I got like every ending in one sitting, and I was into it. I was like, oh fuck, I kind of like this, and I kind of want to try and see if I can track down the other Clock Tower games for the PS1, but they are stupid expensive and stupid rare, so I don't know when that's going to happen. Might emulate them, I don't know. But, yeah. Who knows when I'm actually going to get to Clock Tower 3 here, because I know this one is the most different out of all of them. So, we'll see how that is. But I think you could call me a Clock Tower fan at this point. I mean, hell, Way Forward's doing, like, a sort of remaster of the original Clock Tower. I didn't, like, even know about that until the other day there when I completely finished Clock Tower for the SNES. I don't know how I missed out on that, because I usually keep track of what Way Forward does. But yeah, they're making a whole remaster for Clock Tower, so yeah, kind of missed out on that. But whatever. I'm into Clock Tower now. We'll see how that turns out, and yeah, good. Right. Next up, another PS2 game. We've got Burnout 3 Takedown, I should say. This is one of those like perfect PS2 games, right? I played the shit out of this game online all the time. And fun story, I don't even remember buying this. I must have been drunk or something. I was on eBay and I saw it. It was only like a $5, so it's not like it was like super expensive. So that kind of made me, I was probably just like, oh fuck it, I'm going to buy Burnout 3. And the game came in the post. I was like, oh cool. Ripped open the packaging, alright, Burnout. So I walked over to my shelf to like put it on there. I already had Burnout 3. So yeah, this is a double dip from me. It happens every once in a while. I'll buy a game that I didn't realize I already owned. Yeah, 2 copies of Burnout 3. Not that that's a bad thing. Burnout 3 is excellent, but there you go. Right, last off, we've got a couple of PS5 games. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I picked this up digitally when it first came out, but it's obviously been released physically, so I really want to like give it a go. This case is fucked though. It's all cracked up and shit. I'm gonna have to find like a replacement case for it. Unbelievable, but yeah, PS5 version of Bomb Rush, not bad. And also I have Stellar Blade. I'm just trying to think how I comment on this game without starting something, because like discussion about this game is just it's been quite, it's not very nice to say the least. But I've not even started it yet. I've been intrigued to try this game out since it first got revealed. Quite frankly, I just like the fact that it was a sort of like Bayonetta / Nier Automata game. But it was made in South Korea, you know. I've kind of had my eye on like South Korea. I'm interested to see, because I feel like their games industry is starting to like because they were quite like, you know, PC MMO focused for a long time, but they've started to like go into like single player shit. You have stuff like, you know, Lies of P. I believe that was made by a Korean studio. So I'm interested to see where that country's gaming industry goes. I really am. But yeah, I'll get to this probably sometime this week. I'm sure it'll be good. And yeah, hopefully I can give my opinions on it. And everybody will be nice to me. I don't know. Anyway. That's that, guys. Like I said, decent pile here. More than probably what I normally have. And for goodness sake, I'm even getting that Endless Ocean game this week. You think I could have waited for that? Actually, why didn't I wait for that before recording this? Oh well, who cares. That's that, guys. See you after. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.